It's a tale of two worlds. One where people with lesser power, who are lesser known, or people with less power, who have a different skin tone, face a different type of justice system than those who are more well-known, more insulated, and attached to bigger names. And in this case, the biggest name in America. Yeah, folks, I'm talking about Hunter Biden and his recent ability to get out of jail time for a gun offense and for tax evasion. I also want to talk about conservatives who have suddenly become the champions for ending a two-tier justice system that they were very happy with a couple days ago. Talk about the hypocrisy of our democracy, folks. Hunter Biden's been under investigation for the last 5 years for a myriad of things. One of those things being this laptop content that somehow it's not been addressed yet. I'd like to know about money he was paid from governments like China and the Ukraine for gas line work or something that he has no experience in. Unfortunately, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Hunter Biden and how he had a gun charge. Now, see, the gun charge is pretty simple. When you fill out your form to get your gun, you got to check a couple of boxes. And one of the boxes is you're not on drugs. And that's kind of hard to make the claim you're not on drugs when you're obviously on drugs and we got pictures and videos of you doing drugs. That's Hunter Biden. So when he got his license and he legally obtained his firearm, he was a drug abuser. That's a no-no. Which brings us to Kodak Black. People are comparing Hunter Biden to Kodak Black because Kodak Black purchased a couple of firearms, 3 firearms, while he used a social security number of someone who could buy firearms. See, Kodak Black can't buy a firearm because Kodak Black has a felony. And Kodak Black went to jail for 3 years, with that being one of his charges. I know what you're thinking. Kodak Black had more charges than Hunter Biden. He did. But no one cares about that right now because right now, we want to just focus on the two-tier aspect of our criminal justice system. Then we got Hunter Biden, the tax evader. For a couple years, he owed taxes. He didn't pay those taxes on time. He refused to pay them. And he didn't go to jail for it. There's been notable black folks who went to jail for such. Wesley Snipes, the actor. You may have heard of him. He's been in a lot of great movies, man. Wesley Snipes was that guy. He may still be that guy if he didn't have to go to jail for a couple years for tax evasion. See where we're going with this? Now, these are well-known black people, stars even, that still had to go sit behind bars because they didn't have a complexion for the protection from the collection. And that's not just me saying it, because we know I'm a race baiter. Anyone who points out race-related issues that impact black people negatively is considered a race baiter. Just pointing out numbers like, why are all these black people going to jail for this thing that white people don't go to jail for? Why are all these black people getting pulled over and none of these white people get pulled over? But see, that's race baiting. Here's the thing, guys, and I know it's crazy. We do have a two-tier justice system. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene agrees. Unfortunately, Kodak Black's daddy is not president.
And he's not white.
My thing is now suddenly we got all these people who didn't care about it suddenly caring about it. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I agree with you. Hunter Biden should go to jail. Yeah, I'm tired of black people being so forgiving. Who cares about his drug addiction? Lock him up. Lock him up. There was a 40-year-old mother in Virginia who filled out a form, was a drug addict, and died on the form, and just look at that 10 years. So yeah, lock up Hunter Biden. But they won't. It's because he's Joe Biden's son, and he's rich. And they would say it was politically motivated. And a whole bunch of other things. I'm with Marjorie Taylor Greene on this. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm with you, sister. And Tucker Carlson. And Tucker. We have a two-tier justice system that needs to be fixed. Here's the thing. Let's fix it. Now, instead of just being upset about Hunter Biden not going to jail, let's do something to fix the two-tier justice system. Let's alleviate all of the pain that's on black people. Hey, come back! Where y'all going? See, all of a sudden, all the conservatives leave the room when I say, let's actually fix the problem. Let's not just use black people as a talking point in order to help you out your political stances. Where are you going? See, everyone leaves the room when we start talking about actually helping out black people. See, when we start talking about actually fixing the system and making sure that black people are treated less harshly like their whiter counterparts, all of a sudden, nobody want to talk no more. All of a sudden, everybody is gone. On one hand, we got Republicans admitting that there's a two-tier justice system. But they don't want to fix the system, except for Hunter Biden. See, I don't even want to talk about Hunter Biden's tax charge. Because we know black people go to jail for taxes all the time. Rarely do rich white guys go to jail for taxes. They pay them. Try to turn the screws a little bit, and that's what Hunter Biden did. He turned the screws and he paid them. That doesn't change the fact that Wesley Snipes went to jail for the same thing. Doesn't change the fact that Kodak Black went to jail for lying on the form. We're not even going to get into the laptop issue because nobody wants to talk about that. That's not for us black folks to think about. Nah, we need to think about mass incarceration. We need to think about all the other plights like food stamps. And who shot Tupac and Biggie? It's above our pay grade to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop, deals in Ukraine and deals with China. Nah, that's conspiratorial for black people to talk about. Isn't that right, white savior person? Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Back to Hunter Biden, folks. Hunter Biden is an addict. And all of a sudden, we have a lot of compassion for addicts. What was similar compassion for our black addicts? We've had a lot of them. We've all heard the story that justice is blind. But the truth is, that heifer raises her veil whenever there's a black person in that courtroom. The black person's court case comes up, she starts speaking, and she don't do good things. Hey man, if our black celebrities can't even get off on a tax evasion, we need to throw Hunter Biden under the bus. What has he ever done for our entertainment? Sure, he made a couple of videos. Wesley Snipes was in New Jack City. They are using us, once again, folks, in order to pay politics. And neither one of these parties gives a shit about us actually getting justice. They're only talking about us because they can use us. And that in itself is a crime.
Tim Black's The Black Table streams Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications. We are the news.